What is this? She has no name. Who? What? Hang on, what is happening here? Carmine says, I heard that you've been cheating on me. I guess it isn't too hard to believe. You seem like you... Wow! We have officially crossed the line.
Hello from the void, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel and to my not so berry challenge. Last episode, in a sudden burst of productivity, Flor, our chaotic heir, ceased just making messes and, despite being pregnant with her second alien child, did actually manage to complete her generational goals by maxing her logic and her mischief skills. And that does mean that this time we can move on to our Rose generation, Generation 2, although our heiress, Carmine, is still a teenager, so she will be stuck in Flor's circle for another 6 days, which will also give us a chance to clear up things like the alien pregnancy, work out how the hell Flor's going to survive without us, and how we can redeem her so that she can make a comeback in Generation 3, the yellow one. Let's get to it.
It's a new day and a new generation in the Spectra house, and Carmine, our Rose generation heir, is awake. She's feeling flirty, which feels appropriate for her first day as the main focus of our challenge. Although she is, of course, still living with her chaos demon of a mother, Flor, and her many siblings, including her incoming alien sibling, who should be born later today. I have gone ahead and given her a little bit of a makeover, firstly to make her a little bit more grown up now that we are going to be starting to pursue her aspiration more fully, but also for story reasons, which we'll go into a little bit more as the episode continues. But first and foremost, the reason is that she's definitely having some doubts about her relationship with her girlfriend Daisy, who things just aren't really working and they're not able to talk about why. She's also trying to impress Blaine, who is like the new bad girl in town. And yeah, so I thought it was just time for a little bit of a refresh. So I gave her a couple new everyday looks. I updated her winter wear and her swimwear. But yeah, and I also gave her a little bit more makeup, some eye flicks and a little bit of lip gloss just to make her look older, and a new hairdo that's a little bit slinkier. So yeah, that's where we're at with our little heiress, and I am excited to start properly telling her story. I am also obviously going to be continuing to play with Flor. The teenagers have, I think, still a week left until they age up, so quite a bit of time that they're going to be stuck in this house. I mean, I suppose I could move them out early, but I don't think I want to do that. Although watching Carmine grilling South American sausage at 7 in the morning with a slightly manic smile on her face does make me think that there's a certain level of symbolism here, isn't there? The serial-romantic generation, she's got to grill many sausages and tacos and other delicious foodstuffs whilst refusing to commit to any of them, and, you know, look at her little face through the smoke. I'm both scared and hopeful that she will take after her mother. Speaking of the devil, it is the, I hope, final day of Flor's second alien pregnancy, although obviously never get the pregnancy announcement, so you can't tell what trimester you're in, but vaguely doing maths, that would be my assumption. So I'm going to get her to take the day off work as a vacation day because she's got about 20, so we'll still get the money, which we do need to move the twins out later, but you know, she doesn't have to potentially burst in the workplace and further traumatise the colleagues she spent many years mind controlling into doing her will. Kids have all gone off to school and Flor is really depressed eating a sandwich. Oh, it's because it's a sausage sandwich which has got meat in it, and I have once again made her eat meat. I maintain that there may be correlation between the bad choices Flor makes and how often I've forgotten she's a vegetarian. I am really looking forward to never playing with this trait again, not because I have anything against vegetarianism, but from a gameplay perspective, aside from restricting their foodstuffs, and honestly I don't pay that much attention to what they eat usually, it adds no functionality whatsoever. Crimson's eating a sandwich alone in the bathroom. That's really gross, but Flora isn't going to care. When you're hungry and you need to go, well, possibly the first and last day alone she's going to have in a really long time. Her kids are at school, her alien has yet to explode from her body like some sort of horror show, so she's potentially going to be feeling a little bit lonely. She's achieved her goals in life, but what is next? And as the twins are going to be stuck in a house with Flor for the next 6 weeks, Crimson would go all out. For the next 6 weeks, 6 days even. I figured this was a good moment to try and work out why Flor might become a good influence in Generation 3, so that's the yellow generation's life. And this seems like as good a moment as any to start thinking about that. Now, she is obviously single since she broke up with Curtis, and nothing's really worked out for her. So I thought, while the twins were at school, because obviously I can't go to school with Carmine, I will be sending Flor to work on her own going forward. I might invite some of her old friends and contacts over and see if there's anything there, you know, a companion, a lover. So we have invited over Gianna. We have invited over Mo. We also invited Paolo and Ozzy. So this is anyone basically that Flor has ever flirted with. Oh, wow. Ozzy has turned up at our house naked. Ozzy, you wanna put some clothes on, honey? Apparently not. Okay. This makes a lot of sense why she was the one we cheated on our partner with. Flor's probably not in the mood for like a quickie just now. Oh, is Mo pregnant? Mo's pregnant too. Mo, are you married? What's going on? We need to catch up with you, honey boo. You are. Mo has married Dawn or Dean Richards and is pregnant with twins. Well, we know what that's like. I mean, this does mean that we could potentially be like mum's group with Mo, but probably rules her out as any sort of romance. I just feel like Flor, having like topped out in her career and her skills, is probably going to want something to focus on, and like maybe the baby could be it, but that hasn't happened so far. And Flora's having the should I end things emoji again. She got this a lot when I was trying to work out who to father her children with. She's not in a relationship. You can't end something you're not in, babe. So I was thinking it might be nice, at least when the twins move out, to move someone in with her. But who? Hanging out in the pool house? Like little teenagers? Ozzy, still naked. Wow. Wow. No. Okay. This is just chaotic. This is not a good gathering. Mo, no. You're pregnant and married. You are not going to be our new boothang. We need someone stable and responsible who can inspire Flor to be better and potentially, help raise our remaining children once I have to abandon them to her, so that we can one day trust her with her grandchild. Oh, now Paolo's hitting on us. This is just, okay, well, the kids are back. I'm just going to send Flor's friends home and, try and focus on something else, because after all, this is now Carmine's story. But once again, Flor is like, no, look at me, I'm messy. Well, you know what, Flor? We won't look at you anymore, because we don't have to, because you're not the heir. Mwahahaha. Instead, we're going to go make a mess with our new heir, who has started out her day with the standard pooling interest gathering, and she is feeling both flirty and filled with rage. Angry and horny. I do feel like that's kind of going to be the unofficial Rose generation theme, but let's see. Daisy's considering following Carmine in, but Carmine's like, nah, gonna go hang with my bro. Which will probably work out fine, except for Crimson is wanting to flirt with Savannah, who is his current romantic interest, and Malia and Carmine are both like, yeah, nope. And so I'm going to send Carmine outside to go swing with Blaine. Should she invite Daisy? Definitely. Is she going to? No, because we do have to start cracking through some of her relationships, and what better way to start a teenage rift than to have your current girlfriend look out of the window and see you swinging with someone in the group that she's not particularly close to, who you are definitely trying to impress, whilst you're also avoiding her. Definitely not a recipe for disaster. Nope, not at all. Oh, and now they're going to stargaze. Things go from bad to the worst. So I guess it's cloud gazing because it's the daytime. Daisy's still just inside with Crimson, watching this all go down. All the things they used to do together. She used to do them with Crimson, then Carmine took them, and now she's just inside listening to angsty teenage music, and Crimson's like, don't think too much into it, you know what she's like. She's just, and I think he's running out of excuses. Hey Carmine, what are you doing? What is this? She has no name. Who? What? She wants to hang out with my teenage daughter? No. Marigold's come to interrupt the outdoor flirtation session. She's probably spied what's going on. I feel like she's quite an emotionally intelligent person, so she's probably, guys, hey, you wanna all hang out together? And Carmine's like, kinda. Oh look, Curtis has saved the day. He's invited the kids, well, Crimson I guess, to go to the Humour and Hijinks Festival, but we will take Carmine with us and the romantic interest. So we'll take Daisy and we will take Savannah, but I feel like they haven't seen each other in a while. So they arrived at the festival. The lights helpfully aren't on. Daisy is still super sad, but at least Carmine is talking to her. Crimson's done a runner for the bathroom straight away, but I can understand that. That's usually me. And Savannah's gone off to find him. Cute. Now it's just the three of them. I feel like Curtis, with his soft dad energy, is going to be like, Daisy, so nice to see you again. How's it all going? And Daisy's probably going to be a bit like, I don't know, how is it going, Carmine? Maybe I'll be a bit of a drama stirrer and have them join different ones. Crimson, Curtis and Daisy definitely give me more jokester vibes, whereas Carmine, after Blaine's influence and wanting to be like cooler, might definitely want to be a prankster. What? What? Hang on, what is happening here? Carmine says, I heard that you've been cheating on me. I guess it isn't too hard to believe. You seem like you... Wow. Wow. That is a heavy accusation, and unless you count having like the kind of emotionally involved conversations you've been refusing to have with your brother, who is her best friend, I don't think that's really a fair accusation, Carmine. I think she's having a mean streak, so maybe that's where this is coming from. Daisy's already devastated, so she dies of sadness. Crimson's popped over to try and see what's going on and been like, nope, disappearing straight on off. So it's left to Daddy Curtis to attempt to try and gloss over the fact that his cute little night out has very much taken a turn for less than ideal. It's like, okay, Daisy, let's get some tea. And Daisy, bless her, despite being devastated and having just been accused of cheating when she definitely has not, is like sitting by Carmine and trying to make a nice night of it. And we have not escaped Floor's influence. Carmine has decided she likes mischief, which is not something I would have chosen for her, but I do like to try and approve whatever they decide they like and dislike on their own. Carmine's just keeping on yelling at herself, but she doesn't seem to be actively attacking her girlfriend anymore, so yay, I guess. Daisy doesn't look thrilled though, which I can't really blame her for. I feel like if someone accused me of cheating when I hadn't, especially when they'd been kind of ignoring me, I would not really be into hanging out with them that much more that evening, but she is making an effort. Savannah seems to have disappeared. But she really has spent the absolute bare minimum of time with Daisy before she gets bored, and she is on the phone to Blaine. Great. And when Daisy's like, right, I've had enough of this, I'm going to go talk to someone else, Carmine, I think she would decide to go and try and sneak a drink at the bar, because she's definitely trying to like live a slightly more rebel life, and although she is not very good at it, getting drunk at a family event is definitely the kind of thing that rebellious teenagers do. Crimson and Curtis in the background just like watching some little fireworks, which is cute. Carmine's not even being subtle about her drink. She's like, I got a drink. Curtis is right there, like completely oblivious, doing some dad dancing. And we are desperate for a wee. If we could get through this evening without wetting ourselves, that would be something, I suppose. We may have trashed our relationship, but Crimson wants to buy some merch, so I'm gonna let him get himself a little firework, because I feel like I've kind of been ignoring him, and I know I have to, but I still feel mean. It's time for the fireworks. I feel like these celebratory fireworks are not really an accurate depiction of how the evening went. Fireworks for dysfunction, yay! This knackered walk home is much more realistic. Oh, and Crimson didn't make it to bed, baby. But, you know, you had a nice school night on the town, drinking with your dad. Now, Cerise continues to be on the most messed up sleep schedule, but Floor has also got on it with her incredibly large baby bump. Like, when is this thing going to come? Floor seems to be trying to explain to Cerise how babies come, and she's like, you go up in the sky and then you have an alien child. And Cerise is like, that doesn't sound right, but okay. And then Floor has, like, autonomously, possibly for the first time ever, decided to help one of her children with their homework, so I guess, you know, maybe she's becoming a more responsible parent, or maybe it's just the novelty factor. With her, probably the latter. And it is love day. It has dawned, kind of grey actually, but Floor's going to make some pancakes for her angry daughter, who is stomping her way to the shower and stomping her way to her breakfast. The other kids are like, do we want to go sit next to her? I don't think we do. We'll sit as far away as possible. Literally, they couldn't have picked chairs further away. But this may be the first time they've all had breakfast at the same time and that Floor has cooked, so taking that as a win. And they are going to head off to school, the two sane children, just creeping off ahead of Stompy McGee over here, who does seem to, for whatever reason, want to clean up after herself, so I'll be grateful for that. I basically just fast-forwarded through this day because everyone was in their rabbit holes, but there were a series of little pop-ups that we did get. Daisy texted Carmine asking if she loved her, and Carmine said no, because number one, she is furious, so she's not feeling particularly generous, but also I don't know if she would count what she feels as love, which is obviously going to hurt Daisy's feelings. Then about an hour after that happened, Daisy texted us again, asking if we wanted to go on a date, so we said yes to that, because we do want to go on a date for our respiration. But then Daisy also texted Crimson asking if he was okay. And Crimson's like, yeah, I'm okay, I guess. Are you okay? Because that seems to be much more the issue. And at the end of the day, for Love Day, I invited both Daisy and Savannah over, giving her a hug. Crimson smells terrible, but no one seems to mind. And don't think Carmine wouldn't notice that doesn't seem to work against her. Oh, did you just cheek her when she went in for the kiss, Daisy? Things really are not good between you. So I got the twins roses to give to their respective partners. Savannah seems pretty pleased with her flower, but I did also get Crimson a daisy to give to Daisy because they are besties, and I think he might be worried that Carmine would forget. And they're fighting again. I can't explain it to you, but I can't. Wow, okay, Carmine is just being horrible to Daisy. Oh, Daisy really likes her daisy from Crimson. Carmine does not look thrilled. I wanted to see what would happen if both of the twins gave Daisy a flower. Now, I did want to give Carmine an edge, so I gave her like the more expensive romantic flower, and then I just got a daisy from Crimson, so I was like, that's a good friend gift. Oh, and she hates Carmine's flower. Of course. Carmine, given that she's already clearly very sensitive and not having a very healthy reaction to Daisy's actions, is probably going to be quite cross with her and is not going to let it go. So now they're just yelling at each other. And I very much feel like how the conversation would go is Carmine's like, you don't even like me, you prefer my brother. And Daisy's like, you don't even like me, you prefer Blaine, you're like clearly more interested in her. Maybe we shouldn't even spend today together. You don't love me. Fine, I'll go spend Love Day on my own. You go spend it however you want. And they're like, fine, maybe I will. Fine. And they're not knowing when to leave well enough alone. Daisy hasn't left. She's just like sat down and hung out. And Carmine's like sadly putting a superhero toy away. And then, seeing as we do need to go on a date, and it is Love Day, we are going to make a bad choice. We're a serial romantic. What would a serial romantic do? They would look at who they think they might date next, and they're like, well, my girlfriend doesn't want to go out, so let's ask my new girlfriend. Hey Blaine, you want to come to this dodgy bar with us? Blaine fortunately does. And we are once again out on a school night, doing some, apparently we've leveled up our dancing. I find that hard to believe because that was nothing I would recognise as dancing. And once again they're going to get some drinks. Some zebra fizzes in. I feel like for Carmine this is as much liquid courage as anything else. But she is now drunk and feeling flirty. I do really love how her face turned out. I think she's so cute. I'm really excited to play with her. Time to make some bad decisions. I'm going to have her go on. She's been like dodging around the issue for a while, but what happens if we straight up flirt with Blaine? It's going pretty well. It's going pretty smoothly. And there we have it. We have officially crossed the line. We are no longer even just emotionally cheating on our girlfriend. We just straight up kiss someone else. And for just now, I don't feel like Carmine's going to feel very bad about it. They had a horrible fight. She's been drinking and, you know, she definitely has always been into Blaine for as long as she's known her. Thought she was really cool. Thought she was like a bit of a rebel and wanted to be more like her. It's the first time she's ever like met someone of this sort. And so we're going to see if she wants to be our girlfriend, because in this state we're definitely not going to see the problem with having two girlfriends. I've just noticed Curtis is also in the bar in the background, which is, you know, not ideal, but hey. Oh, and we are so tired that we've had to go to sleep on the bench, which feels like what Floor's daughter would do after making a series of terrible decisions, and a good way actually to end our first episode. Oh, and we completed our milestone. I forgot that's why we needed the second date. So, in the first episode of our Rose Generation, we have completed our first serial romantic milestone. We now have to achieve level 4 charisma and have 3 first kisses. We've already had 2. But for now, we're going to let Carmine drag her tired, drunk ass home and think about what she has done. Oh dear.
And there I was, worried that a Generation 2 heir couldn't live up to the chaos of her mother. Oh well, don't have to worry about that. Obviously there will be a little bit more like self-directed messiness in this generation because I do have to end a lot of relationships, but Carmine did help all on her own by autonomously messing with Daisy and being into playing the first time she met her. So yeah, I think it could be interesting. Hopefully you're excited to see more of Carmine's adventures. Please drop me a comment, let me know what you think. I think she's turned out really cute and I'm really excited to play with her and sort of like change up the challenge. I'll be moving her out once she ages to adult and I've got a little plan of how to do that. But if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see in the Red Gen, pop them in the comments. Maybe think about giving me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed the first episode of season 2, generation 2, I don't know, whatever it is. And yeah, maybe even consider giving me a subscribe. I will see you next week. I'm going to try and get on a more regular posting schedule. I'll update once I decide what it is. Bye-bye.